Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the number one thing I believe people need to do before they start homeschooling. Let's get started. Now, when people begin homeschooling, most people are thinking of, I need curriculum, I need a schedule, I need to figure out how I'm going to teach this stuff, or if I'm going to outsource it. I need to figure out so many details. But every time I'm working through this with my friends and clients, I always say, hold up there. There is the number one thing that you need to do first, and that is dream. And you know what look people give me when I say that is, what? They're like, serious? Megan, I'm talking some real life here. I don't need to be dreaming. I need to be acting, right? Well, I can tell you from my own personal experience that without the dream, you're not going to end up where you want to be. Let me tell you a story. Now, a long time ago, when we first started homeschooling, I've told you in some other videos where we started homeschooling to kind of prep our kids for school, and then we kept homeschooling because they had some struggles and we were moving around all the time, and then we continued to homeschool because we loved it so much and saw so many wonderful benefits and fruits from it. But during this process, right about the time that I hit child number 3, which if you've already been there or are about to get there, you know things just get a little bit nutty. Well, I started thinking, what in the world am I thinking? I cannot handle this. And I happened to meet a very wonderful lady that is still my mentor and like up on a pedestal for me still. She had 7 kids, homeschooled them all. She was in charge of a mission, like a charity organization, so basically working full-time, if not even more, and her house runs smoothly, her kids were well behaved, well educated, well spoken, well socialized. It was just like one of those moments where you're like, yeah, I want that. And when I was talking to her over our many conversations, I had just taken my oldest son out of a private school. I'd been sick. We put him in for a couple months while I felt a little bit better because we thought, why not try it out, right? And we were in Peru, so we wanted him to learn Spanish. There were lots of reasons. But the main reason was, let's try this out and see, is it homeschooling or private schooling? Because we need to make, or public schooling, we need to make a decision, right? And when I was deciding that, yes, we need to homeschool, I was like, I just don't know how to do this. Like, what we're doing works okay, but already pregnant with the next child, and we thought probably we'd have more. How am I going to be able to handle all this? And we were going to be starting our own business. So it was just like, don't know. And I just didn't know how to do it all. And one thing that really stuck with me, what she said, is she said, have you really thought about what you want? And I'm like, want as in, she's like, everything. What do you want your kids to learn? What kind of family life you want to have? What kind of feelings do you want to feel? What kind of things do you want in your life? And I said, nope, not really. And so she said, now it's time to start making that list. And it's not just reading, writing, arithmetic. It is everything that you want in your life, because homeschool is going to be that vehicle to get you there, because it's the basis of your education. And everything you need to do in your life requires some kind of education, right? So she said, but if you don't have that end goal of where you're going, and I thought about it later on, if you don't have that big puzzle picture, it is really hard to put a puzzle together. Have you ever done that? Oh man, it's difficult, right? You need to have that full picture of where you're going. When you're going for that number one thing of that dream you want, and we do this visualization with our kids. What do we want to be in 20 years? When we get together for the holidays, what is it going to be like? What kind of feelings are we going to have? What kind of relationships are we going to have? And also, what kind of skills do you want to be able to reach your goals? And so I started thinking about these things. What kind of skills do I want my kids to have? Not just normal, everyday, what we think we have to teach in school, but I want my kids to be well-spoken. I want them to be able to feel confident when they talk about their beliefs and who they are and their dreams, and be able to figure out ways to reach their goals. I want them to be goal makers, but also I want them to be able to figure things out and find solutions. And that's when I realized homeschooling is not just so much teaching and rote learning, but it's teaching your kids how to learn. and how to grow and how to become. And so when I realized this, it was a complete game changer for me. And every time, because guys, I'm not perfect. Every time we start falling back and I'm like, oh man, we are not doing well, I always realize it's because we've lost sight of that main vision and that main dream of what we're going for. Now, when I talk about dream, this isn't about like going to sleep, fantasy dream. No, this is active dreaming. Active dreaming means you're not only thinking of what you want, but also that purpose and mission that you feel that you have in life and that your kids have too, because they're going to have things that they feel drawn towards. Now, I believe that these are divine given, that these are seeds of divinity within us, that we're drawn towards those because that's part of our potential and part of what God wants for us. But I also believe that there are things that we love and we're passionate about. And those are things we need to include in our dream about homeschooling. But when you're dreaming, this is some deep defining visualization here. This is actually imagining the feelings and the things and the relationships, but also things that you need to have and skills you need to have and knowledge you need to have. So this is a big, huge picture, and it's gonna take some time to really counsel about this. We counsel about this with our kids individually because this is one-on-one what they're gonna want. We counsel this as my husband and I, because we are the stewards of our family, right? And we're in the big picture counsel of what we want for our family. And then we counsel together as a whole entire family. And you'd be amazed at even the little kids. We all want the same things. We really do. And so when we see that we all want the same things, that we're all working towards that same goal, it is an amazing feeling. And when we can remind ourselves of that, it's so much easier to do those daily tasks that sometimes are hard to do. Those routines and habits, they're hard sometimes. But it's easier when you know that it's working up towards something that you really, really want. And that's why I say, number one thing, dream. We'll see you guys later. I hope you will like and subscribe to this video so you can get some more insights. I hope that you will also connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. I would love to connect with you and help you on your journey for homeschooling or for life management and definitely family education. I love you guys. I want the best for you, and I will see you in the next video.